Yeah. We can make a toast. Don't you do the most. I've been waiting all day just to see you play. When the time is right, we can vibe all night. She's so fine, okay, like in every way, like in every way, like in every way.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Nicole Scott,
And I'm Jason Scott.
and we are your ScottsLand Love podcast hosts. So I want to just say, hey,
Yes,
seems
welcome.
like it's been a minute
Yes, it has.
since we've connected with you all, but we're glad to be here today.
Back at it again.
Back at it again, you know. But it seems that we haven't connected with you guys, and so we thought it would be a great opportunity to kind of connect with you now and let you know where we are with the state of our mental state,
Yeah.
what we've been doing the last few weeks, and it just wouldn't make we just can't overlook what's going on right now in America and just how it's impacting us. So, we thought it would be a really good time to kind of just like reflect and just connect with you guys to get things, going again.
Yeah. I mean, it is a lot of craziness going on, especially, we still in the pandemic as we, shelter in place. Me and my wife, and I think we spoke about this on a couple other episodes, but we doing things, differently, as far as our health, trying to, do some things differently. So we'll speak about those things and also what's going on with, the different things as far as injustice, or justice, whatever, how you want to look at it, with the racial tension going around with killings of unarmed black men by police officers. So we're going to discuss some of that. But stick with us and you can hear some of the things, some of our opinions and some of the things we, think that's going on.
Yeah. So, honestly, like I feel that I don't know if you guys out there have kind of come to this point in during this whole pandemic, but I felt like I just hit my my rough patch, the past couple of weeks, and I allowed my feelings to just like consume me. So it was like I just wasn't really in the mood to talk. I wasn't in the mood to be transparent. And one thing I noticed about myself, and I know it's really, really true, and I tell Jason this all the time, I feel that I allow my emotions sometimes to alter my actions. So like in my mind, I could be pumped up to want to do something and be like, even if it is the podcast, I could say to myself, oh, I'm a record. We can record tonight, blah, blah, blah. And then something to happen in my household or something that may directly impact me and kind of just put me in the mood. And it's just like, now I don't feel like doing that. I'm not doing anything. And I feel like that's kind of where I was the last couple of weeks. So I feel that first, the whole pandemic thing, I think I feel like we've adjusted to it pretty well. Like I'm pretty much introverted anyway, so it doesn't bother me to stay home and be with my family. And
Right.
but I think not having an outlet sometimes can definitely get the best of you, like in my opinion, because I feel from what I do, my contributions to my household, sometimes I just need that escape. Like if I wanted to go to the hair salon, if I wanted to go get my nails done, if I wanted to, but I don't have that opportunity. And I felt like it was starting to build up a little bit with trying to transition from going into the office every day, working from home now, transitioning, trying to, adapt to my children, instructional learning online, working with a kindergarten, trying to create a schedule between Jason and I to alter the responsibility of that, and me not feeling like I'm responsible for doing everything. So I kind of just like hit that rough patch, and it was just like I was just like, I just need a break. I don't.
Yeah, well, I think all. I mean, it's probably similar things that's happening in a lot of people's, family life. during this time, because they, the normal course of life, we not used to this type of situation. So we usually be able to get out and move as we want to move, but at this time we can't. So it's almost like now we stuck in the house. And, we do have that more time with our family. I mean, so we have to kind of make the most of it.
Right.
But
I think it's about being creative.
Right.
I think the creativity definitely kicks in right about now because it's forcing you to do things with your It's not forcing
Right.
you because you live with these people all the time. But like I said, you have that outlet to kind of go and be free and the liberty to
Right.
do things. But if you want to go out, if I wanted to go out and have a cocktail by myself at the bar,
Yeah.
I'm just saying certain things I could do that I can't do right now.
I mean, and then being in the house, you do have different areas in the house where you can go and kind of have your alone time. I mean, if you wanted to,
Who can do that?
you can, or
I
even
can't do
the
that.
kids do. Like Jameer, he'll go to the studio. Even if Jameer not in the studio, I can go to the studio, or you can even go up in your room when I'm not in the room and have your
Then the
alone
kids
time.
knocking on the door.
But the
don't
thing
have no
is, you got to
alone
set
time
those
with them.
parameters. Like this time, I'm gonna be, doing my own thing. So please, leave me be for this amount of time. You got to set those parameters during this time because we never been faced with this. So you got to set those marks if that's how you feel. If that's how you feel, you got to set those marks. And I think we've done that in the sense that doing stuff different, and we try to work on our health, and that's why we started our detox. Because in this situation, we probably wouldn't have got to the detox if it wasn't for this situation. So we doing things a little differently just because we in the situation. So we started, our detox. I was on a 28-day detox, and Nicole was on a 14-day detox. But it could fluctuate. I could do 14, I could do 28, regardless. But we both did it together, and we started off together, and we completed the 14-day detox just yesterday. So
Well, yeah. So that was another thing. Like it was, like I said, me hitting that rough patch. I started the detox. I was cranky because
Yeah,
it
it's
was a
tough.
plant-based detox,
Tough
and
detox,
I
yeah.
will say that it was one of the best detoxes I've ever done. So I want to thank Jason for actually thinking of me when he purchased the stuff. He was
no, really, shout out to Dr. Holistics. I mean,
well,
he
no,
got an
I'm
Instagram.
saying, well, no, I know Dr. Holistic, but
Yeah.
you actually thought about me when you were making a purchase.
Oh,
He was like,
yeah, I
I got
did.
detox. I got some for you if you want to do it with me. So I was
Yeah.
happy that he thought about me without, me making a decision. I mean, I made a decision
well,
for myself to do it, but
Yeah.
with the detox, you couldn't, like, it was a plant-based detox, so we had to eliminate meat. For him, that wasn't a problem because he doesn't eat any meat anyway, but he stopped eating the shrimp and the fish and seafood or whatever for the last 2 weeks. But me, I'm used to eating what I want to eat, of course. So my first couple days, y'all, I was just like cranky as all heck. I told him we started it on a Monday. So by like Tuesday or Wednesday, I was like ready to go drive down to Chick-fil-A, sit in my car, eat a sandwich, and not even tell him, like, oh, I'm just heading to the market. I thought it crossed my mind, but my willpower kicked in, and I'm proud to say, like, my son Jameer was like telling me how proud he was of me, because he's like, Mom, I'm really proud of you. Like, you actually stuck it out, because they know how I am. Like, I'm real, like,
Yeah, I'm really
I
happy
do what
that
I want to do type of thing, person.
You stuck to it.
But I stuck to it. I did like skip a little bit with the tea, because it was like 2 teas we had to
Two
drink,
teas, yep.
one parasite one and one tummy detox.
Right.
And that parasite one was just so bitter. It was killing me. But I got through it. But I did like skip a day or 2 with that. But I still did enough where I actually was able to see results.
Right.
And so I'm really happy and grateful that he actually, and then it made me feel like I could actually discipline myself afterwards to kind of continue on this modified diet to make myself feel better. Because I felt good. I was liking the way I was looking.
Yeah. I mean, I noticed.
No,
I noticed the change where she, definitely slimmed down in her midsection, and it was really, noticeable.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I think I told Nicole and I told a few other people that I used to have a back pain that was killing me. And then really that back pain kind of went away the first day I started taking the detox. I haven't had a back pain since. So it was like that was something that, really helped me, really gave me more energy, able to really start working out even during the detox, doing a lot better in the gym. So that really was a good thing for me. And then sleep, it really helped me get a better sleep. Honestly, helped me get a better sleep. So, I mean, the detox definitely helped me, and it also helped me slim down a little bit. Although I don't want to slim down too much, that's why I work out. But it did help me, as far as a little bit of bloating.
He getting those muscles, y'all.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. But like I said in previous episode, trying to get that 6-pack back, so I'm working on it. So
yes,
it's definitely coming. Great. It's definitely coming. So I mean, I'm for me personally, I was a pescatarian, but I think I'm gonna continue on the plant-based diet and be a vegan, kind of like a vegan in transition, kind of changing things as I go. You know what I mean? Because of course you can't up and change everything at the moment. So as I'm gonna just gradually move into that, plant-based vegan, diet as we go. So I'm gonna continue on with it.
Yeah. Cause I definitely, that's what I was trying to tell him. Like, I can't just like go from one thing to the next. Like, I gotta make gradual, like small changes, and then gradually, like, so me, I feel like I could possibly eliminate beef and pork and whatever. Like, I wouldn't really necessarily like, cause I don't eat those every day. But like chicken, I might struggle with a little bit. But I definitely said that I can make some changes. But it was a good experience, like I said. Yeah. So it was like I said, a combination of the pandemic and then the household stuff. And it was like Jason knows this about me. I am like, when I want something done, I just want it done. So. Right. He and I kind of like talked about a few projects we want to do around the house. So I was trying to like.
Of course, you had a honey-do list. So I mean, I've completed some of the things, but of course, if you have a house, anybody got a house. It's a lot of things that you have to do around the house.
Right, consistently.
And one person can't do all the things. I mean, it could be a lot of different things that happens, and one man can't do it all, but. Gradually we can get through it throughout this pandemic. While we in the house, we have some time to get done with it.
Right, and I tell him that I know everything can't be done at one time, but my thing was, I think for me that was frustrating me because, like I said, we're in the house all the time. We're in the house now, and my environment, I like to be in a clean environment. So, and I try not to I'm not trying to make it like. My emotions take over for trivial things, but I just feel that if you're in a place and you have to be in that place, I just want it to be how I want it to be, and I want it to be clean, and I feel like it's a consistent effort from everyone. So my timing is not always their timing, and so that's where I think the frustration comes in, because just like when I want something done, I want it done, and Jason may not be fully ready to do what I want done or need done, because I may feel like it might be out of the scope of what I'm really capable of doing by myself. So then it's just like, all right, so now you're not gonna do it when I feel like, you're gonna do it, take your time doing it. So now I'm irked, so it's just like, I know how I get. So it's like, I just needed that time just to just look and just like, kind of like relax and just release some of my emotions and kind of get myself back out of that funk, because like I said, the detox thing, not eating what I wanted, everything was just like coming at one time, and now we're here in our current state, and looking at the, watching the news and the riots and the protesting and an unarmed black man, another unarmed black man, falling at the hands of the police officers, and having to sit down and have these discussions with my children. Like, I can't just, they see what's going on too. And it's just like, you can't just sweep it under the rug and not discuss it. and
Yeah, I
not
mean,
impact you in a certain way,
as far as the protests, I agree, that it needs to be a protest, and people need to speak out on, to get justice. I
Right.
mean, but I don't agree with the riots, of course,
The
and
looting.
the looting, those type of situations that happen. But I understand their frustration. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, personally, if that was my, brother or sister, brother, whoever, sister that got strangled by the cops, I would probably be more anger. I would show more anger, and it would be, breaking whatever it is, if I didn't get the justice that I was seeking. So I can see the family members, having that effect, where they breaking,
But they're not even doing that.
where they breaking buildings. Yeah, but if the family member's not doing that,
Right.
I can't go out there and do that type of, thing. You know what I mean? Because I want to support them. So I'm a peacefully show my support through, doing a peaceful protest. I would do that. You know what I mean? That's no problem. If I have to speak about it on the social platform, whatever the case may be, I'm going to support them, but I'm not going to do it in a negative fashion. But I also don't agree with what our president is doing and by bringing out, the National Guard and all that type of stuff. I mean, I don't think that's appropriate, to get people to stop, peacefully protesting. I mean, that's uncalled for in my perspective. But who am I,
Yeah, I mean, it's just been like with looking at observing everything and just like really thinking about me having a son. I raised a 20-year-old. I'm still kind of trying to protect him, even though he's like a young adult. But like
Right.
going in the room and talking to him, I actually went in his room and I was just talking like, how do you feel about this? And, trying to connect with him on it because he's old enough to kind of really understand. I mean, Najee and Jada, they are younger, but even Najee, who is 11 years old, I had the conversation with all three of them, like, well, because they were like, well, we were talking about it last night. And I'm like, well, what were y'all saying? Like, I want to know, how do y'all feel? It's really good to try to connect. And I even said to them, maybe we can just have a open family discussion and where,
Right.
we sit at the table and talk about
Right.
what's happening in America and how it's impacting them. And, it's just, it's
Right.
tough,
And
trying to
even
connect.
my son, he created sort of a song related to that whole topic. For George Floyd, he kind of created a whole song around that whole thing. So if you got time, you can go listen to his SoundCloud, Miralim, and you can kind of get his perspective on that whole thing on a song that he put out, related to that.
I think he also mentioned that he was like looking at other rappers and people, rappers that he looked up to, how they're not really using or exercising their voice to kind of speak out and just seeing what they gonna do, But
Right.
I mean, like I said, it's just been a lot of things like it's like I feel like this is setting us back. Now the virus is, I'm sure it's still out there,
Right.
but we haven't heard nothing about the virus in the last few days because the
Right.
riots and stuff has pretty much taken
taking
over news
precedence.
coverage.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, but all these people are together, and are we going to see a spike in cases in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Like, it's so much.
Yeah,
like I
like,
feel like it's
yeah.
just such a
Because I
setback.
actually thought, we was kind of getting at a stage where people can get back to work. But
now that's going,
now with the
looting and
riots,
all
it's
that.
like it's kind of. I think it set
People
it back
ain't
a
going
couple week or two, or maybe a month or two. But I think it was a setback once these riots hit. But I thought we was kind of getting out of this, pandemic. But now with the riots, I think it's going to set us back maybe a couple.
But
couple
like
months or
I
so.
keep saying, all we can do is just pray. Like, it's so
Yeah.
cliche to say it, like, oh, just pray. But that's all we can do. All we can do right now is put our trust in
Yeah.
God, put our faith in God, and just really build on that spiritual foundation that we know to be. Because this situation that we're in is impacting a lot of lives. It's impacting
Right.
families. It's impacting marriages.
Right.
It's impacting relationships. It's impacting friendships.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, really putting
financially.
this is impacting finances.
Yeah.
You know, it's really putting a damper on a lot of things. And if you don't know who God is, if you don't have a faith or a foundation in spiritual belief that you can kind of like pull from, it definitely will pull you down. I mean, depression will definitely set in. But the thing with me is that I know who I believe in, and I know that God sees all, He knows all, and He is with us during this time. And I think that whenever I'm allowing my emotions, like I said, I felt like mentally, emotionally, physically, the last couple weeks, I just been like, and I'm good for just like, you probably wouldn't have been able to tell, because I'm not the one to be calling everybody, oh, woe is me. I deal with it how I deal with it. And I'll tell you something to Jason, because I want you to know how I feel. And we talked about this before. Like, he's my best friend in the whole wide world. So if I can't really tell you how I feel, and you actually listen to me and connect and can at least, even if you don't agree with, okay, maybe you don't agree with how I feel, maybe you don't agree, but at least acknowledge and be accountable to hear how I feel.
Right, you gotta listen
and
to what
that
your spouse
makes the
has.
world of a difference.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's always good to be that listening ear. I mean, even myself, I may go through some things, and even I don't express, as much as I probably should, but I don't, say much. I just keep a lot of things inside. That's just me, the personality that I have. But, I could feel some type of way, and if I had some type of feeling, I will express it, to my wife. But at this time, during this time, I'm just living in the moment right now, and just doing the necessary things that I that I can do as a person. But I'm not trying to get outside myself, and me, I'm still connected to God, by praying, and also fasting, as we've been doing with our detox, is kind of praying and fasting. So those type of things, I think, is people need to do. But a lot of the things that's happening in the world is worldly things. Now, people that don't believe in God, then that stuff is normal to them. But for us Christians, we believe in God, we pray. So it's like those things, are worldly things that, it shouldn't be no shock to us Christians that those things are happening. But we believe in God, and I listened to shout out to Pastor Ryan Sturgis. He had a kind of like a sermon online that he talked about us Christians and what we face with these worldly things that's going on, and it really kind of hit home about justice versus injustice, and how Christians should look at it compared to the worldly people. And we shouldn't be surprised by what's going on, and those that's looting, because they are not Christians. They are not, of God. So those things are normal to them. But us, we should know better. So, that's how I see it. As far as this, injustice that's going on, and we know God is the final say. So. We trust Him, we believe Him, and as long as we continue to pray and pray for our loved ones, we should be, in good shape, to continue to, move forward, and, no matter what, some of our leaders are saying, that's negative, we can get through, with God by our side. So.
Yeah, I think, like I was saying, like, connecting with the kids, like really like making sure they understand, the foundation of their faith. Like, like we can feel like sometimes the kids are oblivious to things, and they're not really, but they can be impacted too, and it's like they were staying in the house, they've been in the house, they haven't had much of an outlet of time or space to really do and go and things of that nature. So it's like, all right, now I'm feeling like, okay, the rest of the summer I need to kind of figure out how to make things right for them so that they can enjoy their summer. They're not going to go to summer camp. I already made that decision, because it's just not not going to be, the best decision for them right now. So, all right, what can we do to make their summer feel good, for them to feel good? So getting them out, taking them for walks, and
Right.
you know, do you understand why you gotta wear a mask? Like Jada was like, why do I have to get them? Like every time they go out, it's like, you got your mask. You know, so it's like, oh, it's like a way of life now. Jada like, why do I have to wear this mask? The day she asked me, I'm like, nah, Jada, you just gotta go get the mask. You know why you gotta wear. We already talked about it. But you know, it's just like, you know, it's like a way, like normalcy now. Okay, you leaving out, you walk out down the steps, it's just like, oh, I ain't got my mask. You gotta go back and get your mask.
Yeah.
So
Gotta have your mask.
it's just
at all
been
times.
like a lot of things happening, and I just feel that, you know, we just have to hold on to each other, hold your loved ones close, hold your spouse close. I mean, this is the time where you gotta love on each other more than ever, because like Jason said, your spouse might not be one to express themselves, but all of us go through things. We might suppress our feelings really, really good in a way where, really well, in a way where you might think that as tough as I know he is, I know he goes through things too. Right. And, you know, I know that he's impacted by what's happening right now too. He might not say it, or his actions may not, you know, show it like my actions may, or like me speaking out about it, but he's probably definitely impacted. So check in on them. Like, hey, let's have a conversation about this. How you feel about this?
And even like your
what's been
friends,
going
like
on?
some of your friends, your closest friends, just check in on them.
Yeah.
Make sure they're doing all right, you
Yeah.
know, because, you know, they could be, you know, suffering behind closed doors as well. I mean, and they might not have a, you know, a spouse they could talk to, or someone else. So reach out to your close friends or your loved ones and make sure they okay as well.
Yeah, because you know, we tomorrow's not promised, and we don't really know what's ahead of us. Like we're dealing with things as they come. So it's like, who would have thought that this would have been following the pandemic? Like we would be dealing with this right now.
Right.
I definitely didn't see it happening, but you know, you just never really know what to expect.
I haven't either.
Huh?
I mean, yeah, I haven't either. I mean, I definitely can't see the future, but I wish I could, but
Right.
can't see the future and didn't know this was going to come right behind the pandemic. Well, actually during the pandemic. So, I mean, it kind of extend, you know, the issue that we already had, kind of pile on. So it's a tough situation. We in a tough space right now, but I believe, you know, we'll get through it. You know,
We're gonna get through it.
we're gonna get through it. Yeah.
We're gonna get through it. We just have to have faith and just, like I said, connect. Now is the time to really just maximize the time that you have.
Yeah.
Now I do know, like, a lot of the counties and stuff, they're going to start lifting orders. They started lifting orders, I think, in Philly by next week or this Friday. They'll start going into phase yellow, right? Yellow phase.
I heard it was the 5th of June, but
Friday.
But like I said, with the riots, they said that may change.
Yeah,
so
right
just
now.
gotta stay tuned.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're set back. Now it's going to be a setback.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I ain't rushing to go nowhere. To be honest with y'all, I ain't rushing. I honestly could use a vacation. I think that's the only
Use a
thing
vacation,
that I really, really want right now is a vacation. Like, I just want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But I
Definitely
ain't
could use
rushing
a
to go
vacation,
back
yeah.
to restaurants. I ain't rushing. Like, I think we ate out. Maybe, I want to say, we've been in the house for March, April, May. So about 3 months, right? March 20. Okay.
Yeah.
So we may have eaten out about maybe 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, ordered a pizza or. So I've been cooking, you know, at
Cooking
this
own
point,
food, yeah.
it's just a way of life at this every day.
I've been
you
cooking
know?
some too. Yeah. Well, my new diet, yeah, I've been cooking. So
What
and
you
I'm
cook,
gonna be cooking,
What
you
did you
know,
cook?
going forward.
I can't remember.
I cooked, you know, the bean dish with the wrap and all that, you know.
That's
Remember?
not cooking.
That is cooking.
You mixed up the.
Yeah, mixed up and cooked it. Put it in the oven and cooked it. That's called
That's
cooking.
warming it up in the oven.
No, I put it together and cooked it. That's called cooking.
I want to see you
But
make a
actually,
pasta dish.
with my new diet, my new vegan diet, I'm gonna be cooking most of my foods as well. So, you know, obviously Nicole not going vegan, so I'm gonna be doing most of my own cooking. So I'm looking forward to that. Stay tuned. I might do a podcast on me cooking some fried chicken, vegan fried chicken. So stay tuned for
with
that.
tofu, right?
with tofu or seitan. So it depends on what I want to do.
Oh yeah, because actually, I thought I would never. So 2 weeks ago, no, not last week. It was last week. Oh, after week 1, we were at like the 5th or 6th day. And we were riding in the car we was about to go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, one of them. And I said to Jason, I need something to eat. Remember, I was like, I'm freaking hungry. And so he was like, well, I said, I need something heavy. Because we were eating like salads and nuts and smoothies and
plant-based, fruits and vegetables.
I was liking the fact that it was actually
fruits and vegetables
but I just needed food. Like I'm like, I need something to eat. Then I was like, what's that place where you got the cheese? I started thinking. Then he said, I looked it up. Oh, Hip City Veg. Oh yeah, he got so excited because I guess he was probably hungry too.
Nah, I wasn't hungry, but I forgot about Hip City Veg.
You got excited.
Being vegetarian, vegan, place. I got excited because I know how good they are.
Well, look, let's go there. And y'all, I'm like I said, I gotta acquire a taste for that type of food. And we went and we got like the value meal, but it comes with sweet potato fries. And then they had some type of chicken sandwich, and I got this smoky barbecue wrap or whatever. Mm-hmm. He tore that. He was like, "Babe, the wrap tastes better than the chicken sandwich." That was my first time eating meatless.
I mean, they both was good,
chicken.
But yeah, the wrap was better.
But I didn't care. It was so close to Chick-fil-A. I was just like, "This is work."
But during our diet, we allowed to eat that
right. It's
stuff.
meatless, plant-based, whatever. Yeah. So we had the sweet potato fries, and then so. I felt good about that, but I was just like, I don't know if it's something I want to eat every day or every weekend.
Yeah. But see, that type of thing that Hip City Veg had, we can actually do our own cooking and do that here at the house. And I'm gonna try to perfect some of those recipes.
Yeah, we actually made some good stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Jason had some good meals that he found. Like one day we did like the sweet potatoes with the he sliced the sweet potatoes, put them in the oven, and then we did
the cooking.
I don't consider that cooking.
She don't even be cooking. If I'm baking, I don't
consider that cooking.
All right, I'm gonna do some cooking though.
But he made some guacamole.
Oh, yeah,
it was standard. It was standard guacamole. It wasn't like Maximum Pro type guac.
Be my guac better than yours.
Come at my guac. But he did a pretty good job. So we had that, and you put it on top of the sweet potato. So we was trying to get creative with the foods that we're eating because we couldn't do any like meats and no eggs, no dairy.
No dairy.
I drink sugar in my coffee, cream in my coffee. I was actually drinking my coffee with I really made some changes over that 2-week period of time. So it was just like a time for me to, like I said, just be refreshed. And I just wasn't in the mood to kind of just like I said, share anything or be in a platform like I am right now. But I was able to get through it. I came out of the funk, y'all. I really did.
To be honest, we're not going to be doing it like all the time. We gonna come to a close where we doing this podcast, but we just gonna get a couple more episodes in, and then we gonna shut it down. But we gonna not shut it down completely, but just kind of like seasons.
Everybody needs a break.
Yeah, kind of like
it's
seasons.
It's okay to say I need a break. Like
we gonna be seasons.
I don't even want to make it seem like we can just go and nothing ever.
But we have many episodes out there, so just continue to listen to the ones we got out there. I mean, and continue to refresh yourself on those. Because we have millions of people that haven't seen the episodes that we do have. So just continue to look. Yeah, we do. I mean, literally, we got millions of people that haven't watched it. So continue to watch. I mean, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here, but we're gonna have kind of like seasons. We're gonna do different seasons. So but
I'm
great.
glad to, like I said, share with you today. We just wanted to let you guys know what we've been up to, where where things are right now. Encourage you couples out there that may be having similar situations right now where you're just like, oh, I just need some time. Like, it's okay to do that.
Right. But we continue to, stay strong though. Stay strong in the process because we know,
stay strong is right.
You could get depressed in these situations, but stay strong. We gonna get through this.
Yeah. I definitely wasn't depressed, but and I know I didn't say that, but I just was like, you just hit a patch. You just be like, what the heck? I'm just over this right now, type of thing.
Right.
And so, but you know, I just, like I said, I just have to not allow my emotions to overcome my actions.
Right.
You know, alter my actions, because that's definitely the type of person I am. I just be like, I'm not feeling it. Like I'll be like, oh, like, hey, and then Jason will say something and just be like,
I mean, and I'm not the type of person to kind of edge on. If she says she ain't doing it, I mean, that's it. She's not doing it. I'm not going to keep edging, you know, to make her, you know, do what she don't want to do.
He leave me be, you know what I mean? When I need to be.
I mean, that's what
he
it
can
is.
sense when I'm just not. Can't you? Can you sense when I'm just like?
Yeah,
not
most
feeling
time
it?
I can.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I ain't even gotta say anything. I just
yeah.
go up. I ain't got. I just.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like me saying, "Oh, I'm not doing." Like it wasn't. Like I said, it wasn't about the podcast or me us coming. It was just about me. Like at that point, just
being in a
everything that I was just feeling. It was just like, I just don't feel like that's not what I want to do. So, but
I mean, because this it's not easy to sit in front and do, you know, podcasts. A lot of different things we gotta, you know, put together to get this, you know, thing, you know, out to you. But so it's not necessarily an easy process. It's basically sort of like a business, you know,
right.
that we, you know, doing. So anybody that's doing
clothes on and feel, you know,
anybody that's doing podcasts,
in my pajamas
it's not
half
easy.
half of the day.
I mean, anybody that's doing it, they understand that it takes some sort of process to get these podcasts out to the people. So it's not just, you know, hop, skipping, and jump to get it out there. We got to do a lot of things behind the scenes to get it out there to the people so they can hear it. So just continue, you know, to rock with us and listen to us, what we had to say, and you know, take these things and hopefully make it help your family and your loved ones get better throughout this situation. So
yeah,
yep.
I agree.
Yep.
So thank you guys for tuning in, and I just, like I said, I'm praying for all of you, all of our friends, all of our close loved ones, all of our listeners. We really appreciate you tuning in to actually see what's going on with us and our insight. Like I said, we're not giving an opinion. Not opinion. We're not necessarily giving advice, but we give insight on, you know, how things impact us, and hoping that, you know, we're not the only ones that are going through certain things, and hoping that we can connect with you all and you guys can share or take something away from what we've shared on this platform. So I want to just encourage you all to stay strong, and, you know, we're going to make it through this. Be safe out there. Still take the precautions that you need to take. Be wise about the decisions that you make, the places that you go, the people that you interact with, and I'm just
and I just want to say, you know, all prayers and, you know, goes out to the George Floyd family. We praying for their family, and just hopefully, you know, justice will get served, you know, in that situation. I mean, we understand what happened, what take place in the video, so we know what should happen. If you've seen that video, so we just praying for justice.
3 more officers hopefully will be charged.
Yes, we praying for justice, and we also praying for the family of George Floyd, and hopefully, you know, they can get through this tough time. You know, so thanks a lot. We appreciate you, you know, tuning in to ScottsLand Love. I'm your host, Jason Scott.
And I'm Nicole, and we out. Peace,
Deuces.
everybody. Love you guys.
Love you.
I've been waiting all day. What do I know? What do I know? All I know is we can vibe though. If you wanna, if you wanna, well, if you wanna, well, if you wanna.